rolling on. Sellers, step by step. A few important points. You need to be specific, an expert in a specific geo-market area. This is important, guys. You need to know the neighborhoods. If you say that you're the expert in a specific area and you don't know those neighborhoods, are you the expert? Or is that going to dispel somebody's thoughts of you being an expert in that area immediately if they're talking to you? I guarantee you it will. This is why I think it's so important for us to, we're in Lakewood Ranch, but oh my goodness, is it hard to keep up with all of the new neighborhoods in Lakewood Ranch. I haven't sold in all of the neighborhoods, and I've sold in a ton of the neighborhoods. But it's just interesting to realize how important it is to continue to follow up on those. And again, even as the sellers, let all your friends and family know you're in real estate. Preview other agents' listings in your target area. Why would you do that? You know the inventory. You know what they're doing. If you go to a listing appointment, you can say, yeah, I've been in that house, versus, oh yeah, I know that one's on the market. There's a big difference there, isn't there? Yeah, I've been in that house, but you know, their bathroom, they must have spent $20,000 plus in that bathroom just in the shower stall. It's insane. So your shower stall that's the old 1950s tile really doesn't compare to that one, but you have a beautiful home. Always keep the fact that they have a beautiful home. Practiced your scripts. How about this one? They're your scripts, not mine. They are in app files, but so those are my scripts, but you got to make them your own. And the easiest way to do that is practice them. And you've got a cell phone, record yourself. See what it sounds like when you're talking. Are you really making them your own? If you are learning another language, do you just say the couple lines once a day and you're good? No. It's a repeat, and all of a sudden you remember it. Now I'm remembering I need to get back into French. But anyway, it's important to practice language, practice your scripts, same difference. And again, recording yourself just as a matter of, does it come across naturally now? You know, if I'm speaking German, it's naturally, ich kann nicht verstehen Sie. It's just that I don't understand you. These are things that can pour out of you, they need to pour out of you as you. And people need to recognize that you're not sitting there going, hi, my name's Joe. I work for Ellermitz Realty.
Nice to meet me. I mean, nice to meet you.
And you know, that's when you hear those clicks, right?
Yeah.
So it's important if you're going to be calling people, and if you're going to be calling, FSBOs, how about that? Hugely important to make sure you've got those scripts down. And the biggest thing about a FSBO, of course, is get your foot in the door, get an appointment. That's what we're talking about here. So turn an inquiry into an appointment. And as we were talking about with a buyer's agent, what's your value? Know it and show it. You have to. If you can't do that, I guarantee you somebody else will, and they'll get the business. Unless it's a close friend that may forgive you for being unskilled.
Or busy.
Yes, there's
so
that.
Sorry, I was busy.
I was busy. I forgot to pull your comps, but here I wrote them down. No, that doesn't work, guys. Be the pro. Work in the office when you get to be around other agents and learn the subtle nuances that we use. Get and stay motivated. That all happens when we're doing these calls in the office. That's why we're backing up and saying, hey, let's start this in the office again. We were doing that, and for some reason, just like everything else, you get busy and you go, oh, forgot about that. No, that's important for us, and we're going to have it on schedule. If anybody notices we bump that off schedule for some reason, call and say, hey, get this back on schedule. Let's do it. So provide a value. Be a giver. Be people's 411. They need to be able to call you for information about the neighborhood. That, in my opinion, is the biggest thing with postcards. It's not just about a mailing saying, hey, I want your business. No, it's a matter of saying, hey, these people are happy with me. It's a sandwich approach. These people are happy with me. Here's everything going on in the neighborhood. I'd love it if you'd give me a call. It's just a conversation. But you know, that's the way I write too. When I'm responding to others, I don't know if it was my mom, whatever, called it the sandwich approach. You say hello in a sweet way. You tell them what they're doing that's appropriate or inappropriate or what you want, and then you end it in a nice way as well, so that they look forward to hearing from you, and they're going, they just chewed me out. How come I enjoyed the conversation? So it's good to know, and it's a great way to do things. Okay.
If I could get that on the
Well, yeah, but it does
I
help.
called it Oreo in leadership.
There you go.
Oreo effect.
Right, yeah, have that creamy center.
Mhm.
So, these things that you discuss, you're trying to create a connection, right? Whether it's things like family, recreation, their occupation, their dreams, their goals. Build the relationship. If you build the relationship first, and those are the things you're discussing, you're wearing a real estate shirt, they know you're in real estate. You don't need to go down that trail even. However, are you missing an opportunity if you're sitting with a table of people and you get to say, hey, look, I need more business right now. Man, I've sold all my inventory. Anybody else know anybody that's wanting to buy or sell a property in the next 60 or 90 days? People will tell you. And or they'll say, well, pass your information on to somebody else. Yeah, that never works. Get the information from them of the people that they want to pass it to. Say, hey, I won't bug them, but I would like to just send them a hello. And I promise you I won't bug them. That's the biggest thing. So know your inventory or someone else will. Familiarize yourself with new builds in your area. These are things we're going to even be doing again as a team, but we can't possibly see all of them as a group. Do it yourself. Watch our CMA video. Practice to be a professional, right? So do your CMAs or broker price opinion. You can call it whichever you'd prefer. So comparative market analysis or a broker price opinion. It's interesting. Depending on what state you're in, you're either a broker or a realtor, right? That's the way it works. Here, you're either a broker or a realtor. If your sellers are going through a divorce, we've seen this recently again, and it's going to happen nonstop in our business. Be darn sure you keep all parties informed of everything going on in the transaction, both sellers and usually their attorneys too. If you don't keep that loop tight and everybody involved, and one person doesn't get a piece of information, they think you lied to them, you're out of luck. They now hate you because you're in the box with their opponent, which is the other member of the divorce typically. Typically people say we're being amicable, but it's awfully hard to do. There's a fine line between love and hate, guys. So make sure you do that well. App files. How about checklists again? Seller's documents. These things are all there. Open it up. Look at these checklists. Again, you're going to see the client profile and the standard disclosure. These things are both buyers and sellers. We need to have them. Okay? This is just consider it law. We need this in our system. You need to have it completed. You need to load it in your app file systems. Same thing with these documents, right? Exclusive right of sale listing agreement. That's the listing agreement you want. Be careful. There are other listing agreements that look like that, but they give the seller the right to sell the home themselves still, and you get nothing. Make sure you use the right forms. It's important. Read them, guys. Don't just say, hey, I've got the documents. They're all good, and you've never read them once yourself. You're not supposed to truly explain them to people because you're not attorneys, but you can give generalist opinions on what it says and what each item is. But if you don't read it yourself and you don't know what it says, you're not doing your job. I keep saying that a lot today. I want everybody to do their job, and I want them to do it well. I want everybody to be professionals, okay? So now, additional documents, these fully executed by sellers, these are things you may need. Again, septic program, replacement addendum. These are items that you need to know. Make sure you know if there's a septic or well on the property, whether you're a buyer's agent or a seller's agent. You need to know what kind of sewer and water the property has so you can disclose these things properly. And for that matter, when people do their disclosures, I think it's best if you're sitting with them, because a lot of people go, yeah, not really. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, that bathroom only backs up into the shower stall every month or so. It really doesn't count. It's like, no, the more they disclose up front, the more we don't get in trouble, they don't get in trouble. We can help negotiate these things ahead of time, and everybody's happier. It just works. And then, helpful documents and informations, even, go to your county property appraiser, pull a property card for that record, right? So we have the seller's guide, same thing as the buyer's guide. These things are so important to go through with your sellers. Now, if you're in a listing appointment, don't hand them this up front. Nope. Your broker price opinion, your CMA is first. If you hand them this, they're going to start reading it. You've lost them. Let's just assume you've lost them. It's no different than if you're sitting in a listing appointment and somebody picks up their phone oh, you've lost them. You got to try and figure out a way to get them back. And you give them this when you're done. And when you're done, you can say, hey, you know, I'd like you to take a look at this and what you should do. And you can then go through this with them. It's not super long. They're like 9 pages, no big deal. But yet the information in them is a really big deal. So and this one's a huge line. We don't decide what your home's worth. The market does. People don't want to hear that. Some people really don't want to hear that. They've decided their home's worth $75,000 than current market value is. They want you to spend your money to market it and your time to market it and do all this documentation, get everything in the MLS, do everything just right for a home that's not going to sell. Up to you on whether you do that or not. You know, my opinion is, of course, it's great to get a listing. But if you do that, you need to talk to them about, hey, if it doesn't sell in the first 10 days, 2 weeks, let's immediately drop the price to this point. If it doesn't sell then in 2 weeks, we drop it to this point. You need to have those things built in. Otherwise, you're calling them constantly. They're not going to want to take your calls because every time you call them, you're asking them to drop the price. But these things will spell out the price, location, condition, timing of the market are all important in what's going on and how we value properties, right? How about a seller's action plan? They want to know what you want to do. We need to know what they want to do. So we're going to help them define their goals, wants, needs, expectations, and write them down and put them in your app files so that you can talk about those things early and often with them. Determine the best market price. You can have your market price, and if you agree to list it higher because that's what they want, you need to let them know, hey, here's what I think it's worth, but I'm willing to list it at what you think. But then we're going to need to revisit this if it doesn't sell because it's not truly the market price. But at least they'll know what your opinion is. Prepare your property for top selling condition. This is so important, but a lot of people can't do it. And here's the deal. If somebody thinks their home looks beautiful and you walk in and underwear sticks to the heel of your shoe or something when you walk through, you need to just gently push it aside and walk through the home. Know you're still going to sell that house and it smells like dog and you can see where the dog's rubbed against the walls. It's a fixer-upper. Yep. It is what it is. Home needs TLC, right? But we're still going to sell it. Mm-hmm. But if they want that top dollar, yeah, they need to know that conditions everything if they wanted to spend enough money to power wash it, paint it inside and out, redo the pool cage, redo the finish in the pool that's deteriorating and put a new roof, new water heater on it, and a new air conditioning system in it, I can get you this much. If you don't want to, that's fine. This is the price we're going to put it at then, right? You help them. People need help. First impression's everything. Seller's action plan continued. It does continue. You are researching, the base marketing strategies. You're going to show them the marketing plan. You're going to show them a marketing plan, and then you have to honor that marketing plan. Because the fact of the matter is, we're trying to bring the most qualified buyers through that door. That's our goal. And by researching and doing our market strategies properly, that's what we're going to do. If you give them a marketing plan, understand that the moment the house hasn't sold in 2 weeks, they're looking at you going, why not? Even though the home is filthy, weeds are growing in the front yard, the backyard's 2 foot tall, they're going to blame it on you, and they're going to look at your marketing plan. Have you done what you said? If you've done what you said, and you can come back to them and say, hey, look, I've done what I said. I need your help. If you could do this, this, and this, we'll get the home sold. Okay, help them. And or price fixes everything. They need to hear that. Price fixes everything. So, then we show the property, we receive an offer. We negotiate to sell. We go through an appraisal and inspection. It doesn't appraise, then we have to renegotiate. Or it appraises over, but the buyers are never going to tell you that. Prepare for closing. These are things that people need to know. What do you do? There's documents for that. Closing. What do people have to have done? Even utilities have to be changed over, guys. Help remind people. For buyers, they need to know, oh, I need to set up the utilities. Sellers, oh, I need to discontinue utilities. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these things are important, okay? Yeah. And we go through everything by like a termite clearance level or letter. Yeah, it cleared. We don't have termites in the property, yay. Or we had them, we had the property tented. Here's a receipt of such. And maybe even a picture with it tented. That's what I want to see. Inspection. Buyer has the right to inspect at their expense. Okay, and standard's 15 days. If you want to really get your buyer's offer looked at by that seller the best, you're going to tighten that time period up. You're going to do things that make your offer look better than others. Insurance. Is that not important today? I mean, we need to really look at these things. If they've got solar panels on the roof that's being sold so much, we need to make sure that that property in that location can actually get insurance now. Flood zones, is that not important? So utilities, here it is again, what I was just saying. So now we are in the, well, part of this is blocked by what's up above, but that's okay. We help them with the price strategies. We've advised you on staging. This is your marketing plan. And, well, hello. But it's all right, I know what it is. Advice on staging, decluttering. You're showing them how to do this. We're even showing them how to prep for photographs. In other words, we want all their family photographs off the fridge. We want the fridge empty and wiped clean and pretty. People need to know that buyers, yeah, they're going to open your fridge. So if the fridge is dirty or if the toilet's dirty, it turns people off. It just does, okay? And the same thing with if somebody puts a hand on your countertop and it sticks, they go, oh. Even if it's a beautiful granite, they go, oh, this house is dirty. It's just what triggers. So we need to help them. They need to know that you're going to photograph all the things you're going to do, stocking flyers in the house. A flyer can be even an MLS printout, right? But you need to do everything you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to distribute just listed cards to the neighborhood, you need to do it. And even if you print some on Markful or whatever and distribute them yourself by putting them in every door, that's okay. That actually gives you a chance to say hi. People say, hey, you're not allowed to solicit in our neighborhood. Oh, I'm not. I'm just passing on information that I have a home listed. People are like, isn't that soliciting? No, I'm not asking you for business. It's just information. But some people will get belligerent and you just say, yep, sorry about that. If you don't want it here, let me have it. I'll give it to another neighbor and walk away. There are times to walk away. Have thick skin. Smile. Tell them to have a great day. I hope you have a blessed day. Lord bless you. You know, bless your heart, right? We are in Florida. Most people know what that means. So anyway, these are all the things we're doing. We're tracking, showing, feedback. This is important. Don't do a listing and not talk to the folks for a month. How do you think that makes them feel? Well, let's do this. If you have a dog and you're gone for 2 hours and you come back, what's that dog act like? It was abandoned for 2 hours. Where have you been? I've missed you terribly. And you know, that's the same thing that a seller is going through if you don't talk to them and they feel like you don't care. So let's care.